that segment, and it's a good one, man. We're going this or that between Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell. So I'm gonna throw this one to Bryce first because I definitely want to hear what everyone says, but I'm gonna let Bryce start it off. This or that, man. Ben Simmons or Donovan Mitchell.
Oh man, this one is tough. I mean, I know I do give Ben Simmons a hard time every now and then, but it's because I do see so much potential in the guy. This was a race to potential. If this was 2K, if I got to control the players myself on the sticks myself, I would go with Ben Simmons. But you know, this is not a fantasy world. This is the real world. In the real world, I need a bucket. And guess who's gonna give me that bucket? It's Donovan Mitchell. It's Donovan Mitchell. If I was starting my team, I'm taking Donovan Mitchell over Ben Simmons because at the end of the day, I can find a team to do the things. All the things Ben Simmons does, they're great. But if I get the right team together, we're gonna do the things that Ben Simmons does. We're gonna do that as a team. But a walking bucket is a thing that you just don't. You just not. It's not too easy to find. And Donovan Mitchell is certainly a walking bucket. I don't know if anyone saw the exchange between him and Shaq recently, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious. You know, Shaq always trying to check somebody, but Donovan Mitchell handled it pretty well, man. And he was fresh off a 36, 7-6 game. 36, 7-6. Those are numbers that Ben Simmons is not going to give me, right? And I got 2 minutes left in the game. Guess what? Donovan Mitchell's going to knock down big time shots, clutch, and in the clutch opportunities. Donovan Mitchell shows up, and guess what? He doesn't just show up on the offensive end in clutch opportunities. I've seen him show up clutch steals, clutch blocks. I've seen him doing both. So for my money, it's Donovan Mitchell over Ben Simmons. But like I said, this was 2K, and I got to control the guy myself, and I was on the sticks. I might take Ben Simmons. I might take Ben Simmons, but it's real life, baby. I got to go D Mitch.
Yep. You
Okay,
absolutely
Scruff.
right, Bryce. You absolutely right. You don't even got to intro me. You absolutely right, Bryce, because those are stats that Ben Simmons will never give you. Because Ben Simmons, I can literally count on one hand how many games that Ben Simmons had 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Like that's his best game where he had all around game. Like he affected the game in so many ways because he's a superstar. Because he's a superstar talent like that. Let me tell you a little something about Donovan Mitchell, bro. Like Shaq said, bro, he's a great player. He's someone I love to watch, but he's a one-dimensional player, my man. He's a scorer, and I get it. Scoring is what puts the butts in the seats. You know, most people, don't watch basketball as much as I'm trying to toot my own horn, but people don't watch basketball as much as I do, man. Y'all be watching highlights. Stop watching highlights because highlights will tell you a story that you wanted that they want you to hear. You know, Donovan Mitchell, yeah, he gets you 20 points a game. He'll fill it up. But Ben Simmons affects the game in so many different ways, bro. Like Donovan Mitchell does one thing really well. Ben Simmons does everything extremely well, except for one thing. It's the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? Ben Simmons is an elite defensive player because Donovan Mitchell's not a good defender. First of all, if you want to be an elite player in the league, you got to be an elite defender. So if I'm building my franchise around one player, I'm building around Ben Simmons because where are you going to be able to get one player that's going to be able to give you double-digit rebounds, close to double-digit assists, be the great defensive player, force the ball, basically create havoc on transition, create turnovers. He's a hell of a player, bro. Like I say, if I'm coaching him, I'm gonna find a way to use that player to the best of the talent. I could find guys that can get buckets, but give me a guy that's unique, a unicorn like Ben Simmons, and I'll find a way to use him properly. No offense, Doc.
All right, you riding any unicorns?
I mean, Ben Simmons is cool. If you look at his player efficiency rating, I'm not sure if you're into those advanced metrics, but it's lower than Donovan Mitchell's. The guy does fill up the stat sheet. If you know me, I will tell you, man, triple doubles are like the most overrated stat at this point, man. Guys are just grabbing rebounds and for the sake of grabbing them. You know what I'm saying? Then jumping out, moving the big man out the way just to get a rebound. Russell Westbrook is still averaging close to triple double numbers, and the Wizards are at the bottom of the league. So how important are these triple doubles? So he's averaging 4 assists maybe, 3 assists, maybe more, 4 steals, maybe more. Mitchell's averaging 12 points more. I've coached a little basketball. I never told my team, bro, we lost by like 3 assists tonight. No, we lost by 7 rebounds. No, you got to score in this league, and Donovan Mitchell is a throwback to like the league when a scorer wasn't expected to lead the team in rebounds or lead the team in assists or just dribble the ball 20 seconds out of the shot clock. I mean, he's not an elite defender, and Simmons is, but he's a willing defender. And Bryce was talking earlier. The defense is a mentality. He's on a defensive-minded team. No one on his team is complaining about his defense. The Conley's in there. Gobert's in there. They got guys in there to play defense, to let this guy operate as a scorer. And that's what he does. So I'm taking a guy with the better stats. I'm taking a guy, to me, is just a better basketball player right now. So,
did I just hear you give to Rudy Gobert some love?
I mean, he's there to play defense. He's not worth $200 million. I'm not paying him.
You got to pay him $200 million when your best player doesn't play a lick of defense. That's what happens.
Right? No, I can sign JaVale McGee and get a guy to block shots. Like, that's crazy.
Donovan Mitchell plays defense, man, but Scruff's over-exaggeration of Ben Simmons. Lion, you must be stopped today, Lion. You got to be stopped. I'm here to stop you, man. What are you talking about? Ben Simmons does everything great.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? He doesn't do everything great. Absolutely not. How can you do everything great with one, except one thing? So what's the one thing? Because he's not good at scoring.
He can't
he's not
score.
good at shooting. He's not good at shooting free throw. You know, there's people that are good at shooting mid-range.
Shooting.
No.
That's it. Shooting covers all bases.
There's guys that are good at shooting threes, but they can't shoot mid-range. But they can't shoot free. This guy can't shoot anything, and he plays basketball. That's not one thing. He's great at everything. He's just bad at one thing. That's so misleading. You should be a campaign manager for one of these crooked politicians talking like that, man. I'm just saying, bro.
I mean, he can't shoot anything, and he plays basketball.
I mean, if you think about it, right, Embiid might average 20 rebounds a night if he didn't have to worry about his point guard jumping in the paint every play. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's facts. The other week I said, I said that Ben Simmons was just a 6'10" Rajon Rondo. But I was disrespectful to Rajon Rondo. And Rajon, I apologize, bro. My bad, bro. Ben Simmons is not a 6'10" Rajon Rondo. Because I went back and put on the Rajon Rondo tape. And he's nothing like what Rajon Rondo was. Because Rajon Rondo had the point guard mentality to always control the flow and the pace of the game. I've watched more and more of Ben Simmons this season, and he's got the mentality to run the fast break, which looks good, and it gets you some assists. But once that basketball gets in the half court, Ben Simmons is almost obsolete, even as a game manager. And my bad, Rondo. I should never call Ben Simmons a 6'10" Rondo, because a 6'10" Rondo would have been a surefire Hall of Famer, no question. He would have been one of the best players to ever do it if he was 6'10".
Yeah, I mean, Ben Simmons he just can't he doesn't dominate games. We've seen Donovan Mitchell, we saw him in the bubble go crazy, put the team on his back. I mean, that's just not what Simmons does. So to me, I'm going with the guy that I can trust to get us over the hump.
There's more than one way to dominate a game, actually. And that's the thing. Y'all only want to see the one way that you could dominate a game. There's several ways you could dominate a game. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah, you can dominate it like Rondo used to.
I mean, I wouldn't compare him to a Rondo, but like I said, I don't think he's a point guard. I think he's like a point forward.